Oh no, my microphone is stuck in the wrong setting. I'll just have to work with this. It can't be helped. Behold, the RetroBit SEGA Saturn 2.4 GHz wireless controller. I was in the market for a new controller and, okay, fine. I've been thinking about buying this controller for the past month and just decided to finally get the thing. Hopefully, this video will help you and me figure out whether or not this controller is worth the 35 bucks. First, let's check out the packaging. The controller comes in this nice box that actually resembles some of the packaging of some of the original SEGA Saturn stuff. Inside the box, you get another box. I heart Retoro. That's actually pretty cute. Inside this box, you get a USB receiver, a SEGA Saturn receiver, a micro USB charging cable, a manual, and this piece of paper. Thank you for your purchase. Don't thank me yet. I haven't decided whether or not I want to keep the controller yet. Speaking of controller, let's check it out. I've never actually held a SEGA Saturn controller before, and my first impressions are mixed. The controller feels surprisingly light and makes rattling noise when I shake it around. It doesn't exactly feel cheap though. The plastic feels solid in my hands, and I'm pretty sure I couldn't just break it by dropping on the ground. The D-pad feels kinda mushy and reminds me of the Xbox 360 gamepad. The face buttons feel really good though. The only part I honestly dislike are the shoulder buttons. They're clicky and feel kinda stiff. Supposedly the original SEGA Saturn controllers were the same way, but I would have preferred if they had the same feel as the face buttons. Alright, let's see how this thing handles PC gameplay. Why PC? Well, I actually don't have a SEGA Saturn console to test this thing out with, so... The PC connection process is really easy. All you have to do is plug in the USB receiver into your computer, turn on a controller by pressing the start button, then pair the two together by pressing the button on the receiver and the start button again. The controller will show up as a D input controller at first, but you can switch it to X input mode by holding down start and B at the same time for like 30 seconds. You'll know it works when the light on the controller glows blue instead of red. The button mapping is relatively simple. A, B, X, Y, start, home, and select are what they appear to be. Z and C are the left and right triggers, and the shoulder buttons are the left and right bumpers. The D-pad says the left stick at first, but you can change it to count as a D-pad for button combination. Alright, enough beating on the bush, let's actually play some video games. Let's try a 2D fighter. Holy crap, this controller's a lot better than I thought it would be. The D-pad's actually really responsive, and the mushiness actually makes rolling motions really easy to pull off. The face buttons feel great too, and the shoulder buttons... work? Wait a minute, this is a SEGA controller! Why am I playing Under Night In-Birth? I should play some SEGA games! Space Channel 5 Part 2 works great with this controller. I haven't had any missed inputs or latency issues that weren't my own fault. Sonic 3 Air also plays great. I actually had so much fun testing out the controller, I didn't stop playing until I got to Casino Night Zone. Sonic Adventure Deluxe doesn't handle as well. Remember, the D-pad can only push in 8 directions, so any part that requires more precise inputs will become a lot harder. The same goes for Crazy Taxi. It's playable, but much rather using an analog stick. And last but not least, the PC version of the SEGA Saturn Extraordinaire, Nights into Dreams, feels... okay, I guess. Oh, I almost forgot. This thing also works on Android, the PS3, and the Nintendo Switch. Just make sure that the controller's in D input mode for it to work on the consoles. The button layout's the same as on PC, but you can swap B and A and X and Y by holding start and down for about 3 seconds. I have the Switch with me, so let's test it out. Sonic Mania works great, no surprise there. SEGA Ages Virtual Racing feels like Crazy Taxi. It's doable, but I wish I had the analog stick. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle also works great. Again, the D-pad is really good at making special move inputs. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is surprisingly pleasant with this controller. Some attacks are a bit complicated and need to remap some of the buttons, but I could see myself making it work. It kinda reminds me of the Weird style from Brawl and Smash 4. So overall, this controller is a 2D savant, but is pretty hit or miss when it comes to 3D games. The buttons are responsive and almost all of them feel good to press. The $35 price feels a bit steep, but there's a wired USB version to controller which is $20. This has the time of writing. Whether or not this controller is right for you depends on what games you like to play. As far as I'm concerned, this earns a black light and seal approval!
Thanks for watching. The microphone's back to normal again. Great. Roll credits!